Welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing with you my top 5 decluttering tips. Today's video is a collaboration with the beautiful, talented Love Meg. I'm going to put the link to her channel below. She's so bubbly and motivating. I absolutely adore her. I love her channel and I know you're going to too. Tip number 1 is to do a clutter critique of your home. And what I mean by that is walking around your house being super critical. Just about the clutter though. Grab a notebook, grab a pen, grab a piece of paper, and really look at your house with a critical eye. Look at those spots where clutter seems to accumulate. We call those clutter hotspots. And actually take the time to make a list, to write down all of those spots that just seem to, no matter what you do, attract clutter like a magnet. I know it sounds crazy, but actually taking the time to identify the problem areas is pretty much half the battle. Sometimes clutter is invisible. We see it every day, day in and day out, so we actually stop seeing it. It becomes just part of the background noise. But when you take the time to write a list of, or even a piece of paper, to write down all of your clutter hotspots, you've already made a huge step in identifying why. Why are those the areas of our home that we struggle with? Why does our kitchen counter always get piled with school things? Once we've identified the spots, we can really start working towards a solution for those problem areas. So now that we've identified our clutter hotspots, tip number 2 is to create homeless clutter bins. And I'm not suggesting that you have like random baskets all over your house filled with whatever, but it is important to realize that you're gonna have stuff coming into your house that you can't deal with right away, that you're not going to have the time to put away, or maybe it's new things coming in that you don't even have a space for yet. So having a pretty basket or a bin in those areas where we tend to collect clutter anyways is a great way to sort of corral the stuff in the meantime. But because it's in a basket or bin, you can walk around with it. It's portable and you can put the things away when you do have the time, but it's also a great visual reminder. Oh my gosh, that bin is overflowing. It's time to empty it and put that stuff away. Tip number 3 is now we're actually gonna deal with the clutter that are in those homeless clutter bins all over the place. And that is scheduling a time. So scheduling maybe 15 minutes a day or 15 minutes every couple of days to actually tackle the clutter. The truth about clutter is it's probably things that either don't have a home or the home is too hard to put away, so you're not putting those things away on a regular basis. So we need to schedule a time to create easy to use, really functional. I mean, it doesn't matter if they're gorgeous. What matters is that they're easy to use. Everyone in the family can use, creating spots to put the stuff actually away. Maybe it's hanging some hooks on the wall for your keys. Maybe it's clearing out a drawer in your kitchen counter where you can put all of your kids' artwork until you have a time and a place to scrapbook it or whatever it is that you want to do. Schedule yourself 15 minutes to create homes for all of that homeless clutter. Tip number 4 is creating a time capsule. So if there are things that you want to declutter but you're really struggling with, like, I may need this in the future, or I'm not sure I want to get rid of this, or you have a spouse who's reluctant to get rid of things, I feel you on that one. A time capsule is a great way to get rid of the clutter without feeling that sort of panic and anxiety that can come with purging. So all you need to do is get a box, put the things you're not 100% sure about in the box, and then label it. If I haven't needed this in 6 months or something, it can go. It's so much easier to purge something when you come across it again in 6 months and you know you've already taken the first step to pack it up. You've already identified that you're not thinking you need this anymore. So when you come across it again in 6 months and you've seen that you haven't used it in 6 months, it's already all packed up. It's so much easier to take it to your car and donate it. And last but not least, my quick decluttering tip is to complete the cycle. This I learned from Peter Walsh when I was like in the midst of crazy chaos and I was just like, why can't I get my crap together? I read his book and he talked about the importance of completing the cycle when you're doing things on a regular basis. And what I mean by this is he uses the analogy of when you're doing laundry. You wouldn't stop the laundry like mid-cycle. You would wash it and rinse it and spin it and then put it in the dryer and then dry it, fold it maybe sometimes and put it away. That's the complete cycle of doing laundry, but everything we do has a cycle. So a big example for me was I would, wash the dishes that wouldn't fit in the dishwasher. I would drip dry them and then I would completely forget to put them away. So I'd clean the kitchen, but there would still be like piles of dishes that needed to go away, or there would be things that, I hadn't completely finished it. I would always take things to like 90% and then just be like, oh, that's good enough. And I'd leave the last 10%, which always left like little bits of clutter or little unfinished projects all over the place. And all of those little things added up. They added up to mess. They added up to more work for me in the future. And also I found that when there was a little bit of clutter on the counter, I was more likely to drop other stuff there. It's like clutter breeds clutter. So complete this cycle. When you make yourself a sandwich, put the peanut butter back in the cover, put the bread back in. Force yourself to always complete the cycle when you're doing things in your home. When you're cleaning the kitchen, take a step back before you're done and make sure that you've taken it all the way to 100%. Dry those dishes, put them away immediately. It makes a big difference in keeping the clutter in your house under control. So thanks so much for watching, and don't forget to check out Love Meg's channel. I adore her. I know you're going to too. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I hope you stick around. Hit that subscribe button for lots more organizing and decluttering videos each and every week. So thank you guys who have stayed to the end so much. I made it through the hockey tournament. It actually wasn't as bad as I thought. I get myself so worked up. It's like the idea of things are so like, oh my gosh, it's going to be awful. And it was actually really fun. We had a great time. I even talked to other parents and I didn't die. So it was okay. I actually really liked it, and Abby was like having the time of her life. Overall, it was really a super cool experience. We had a great time. As some of you guys might know, our house has been battling the stomach flu for like months. We just keep passing it back and forth, and we'll get like a week break and then somebody will start hurling again. Usually Milo, and then he passes it to his sisters. Woo! So Abby was sick right before we left for the hockey tournament, but she still wanted to go. She was better. The day we left, she was feeling a lot better, so we went. But on the last day, we were in a hotel for 4 days. On the last day, I started getting sick in the middle of the night, and I had to drive home the 5 hours, hurling my face off. So I had a bucket on my lap the whole way home, and I'm not the best driver on the best of days. I'm pretty much a terrible driver, and we're driving on the 401, and I had to have the windows down because the kids were like, it stinks, and it was a fun trip. But I'm feeling so much better now, and it's crazy. We just cannot shake this. I think I say it's karma because I'm always like, we never get sick. We usually never, I say it, so now someone's gonna start puking again, but we usually never get sick. It's crazy. Milo gets tonsillitis a lot, but we never get like colds or flus or stomach bugs. We're just always like the sick-free family. And I think I said that a little too often, and now it's just like, take that! Never-ending barfing to teach you to not ever say you never get sick. But it's okay. I'm getting so used to it. It's just part of regular life now. Thought I'd share that with you. For all of you who are super grossed out, I apologize now. Thanks for watching.